What up, guys? Achievement Baker here again to explain why I'm bad at this. I just want to take the time to kind of talk about what's been going on the last 4 months and about the ideas I've been getting or that I'd like to do in the future. First off, I'll explain. I think the last video I did was like the end of October, beginning of October. As I was filming that video, I got a phone call actually saying that an apartment was available for myself and my roommate to move into. So, as you can see, that's where I'm at now. So, October into November when we moved in, I was busy packing, getting stuff moved in, and so that's where I was in November. As of December, though, for those that don't know, I work in a bakery. And December is our busiest time with all the holidays, and I just did not have time to do any videos. I think every time I'd come home from work, I slept. Didn't really have a life. But our busy month is over, and then as of for January and for February, part of it I was just lazy. But two, since I moved, and I'll show you guys the kitchen in a minute, I just don't have the space to do cakes, which, we'll take a little walk. So, here is the dining room with no dining room table. So I can't even use that. And here's our kitchen. Don't get me wrong, the kitchen's actually pretty decent considering it's an apartment kitchen, but there's no counter space to do cakes and try to film them. So, like I said, kind of a valid reason, no space. My next step is to get the dining room table situation fixed, and hopefully that'll be something that I can work at and film with. So, until then, no videos, at least when it comes to cakes, unless I decide to go back home. But the only reason why I don't want to go back home, because I feel bad making my parents be like, hey, I'm going to come home, but you need to be gone for like 3 hours so I can film a video. Don't like doing that. So that's kind of the reason why I haven't done anything with that. But like I said, I have ideas that I want to do. It's just a matter of getting them together and being able to do them. So, as I was saying, I have ideas. The first one, some of you guys may have seen on Instagram and Twitter, it was intended to be a 10 million subscriber cake for Captain Sparkles. But then he kind of brought up a good point in his birthday vlog, which is also kind of like when he started doing YouTube. He's content with where he's at, whether he has 10 million fans or, whatever. So I'm like, okay, so he personally is not making a big deal of the 10 million fans. Like, I know he said if he gets it, like, he'll be happy, he'll be content. But I guess if he's not going to make a big deal of it, I think when I do decide to do that cake, which I do plan on doing, maybe I'll save it for his channel's 7th birthday, or just do it as a thank you video. Because I think that's one thing I want people to understand. I don't do videos for YouTubers to get clickbait and all that. I don't get paid to do YouTube. That's not my job. My job is the bakery I work at. Why I do these videos is trying to find the words to say. I want to make what I do as a career, like as a hobby. I enjoy what I do, and I'd like to share it with the world, kind of see what I do. And I mean, I'm not looking to get paid I'm not looking to start a career on YouTube. That's not my intent at all. Um, but like I said, I do a lot of these videos kind of as like a thank you. Like I enjoy watching your videos. Thank you for brightening my day. So, I guess the way to think of it is like a lot of people will make fan art. My cakes are my fan art. And so that's why I do it. You know, it's one way for people to see, you know, here's something you can do different with a cake rather than just be a birthday cake with a border and some flowers and happy birthday on it. So, with that said, like I said, I know if you haven't seen the Instagram, the pictures on Instagram or on Twitter, I saved the little guy, little Jerry. Jordan's back at, or well, the Captain Sparkles figure or guy is back home still because I need the stand to film the next video, or what I would really like to do is to live stream it, which I'll get back to that in a minute. So, so to follow up with one of the questions that Jordan asked, he saw it, liked it, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Anyways, he asked, how do you find it in you to eat any of your creations? Which I responded with, I save these. So probably a lot of you are like, you save that cake? Like, that's kind of gross. First off, I kind of want to explain, I save the ones that are covered in fondant, mainly because I don't like to eat fondant. I love working with it, but personally I find it kind of gross. So probably a lot of you are like, well then why do you decorate cakes with them? It's a lot easier to do a shape like this in fondant than trying to cover this in buttercream. I mean, it's totally possible, totally could, but it's just a lot easier to use, and that's why a lot of cake decorators use fondant, just because it is a lot easier. It's, imagine like clay that's edible, and you mold it more, you can do it, where with buttercream, it's soft. You can ice a cake, you can do flowers, but there's a lot of things you can't do with buttercream that you can do with fondant. So that is why I like using fondant more. But most of the time when I do a fondant cake, I do them on these lovely guys. In the baking world, they go by many names. There's just styrofoam, but I refer to them as cake dummies. So when you see in descriptions of videos like made with a cake dummy, that implies that yes, the cake is styrofoam. It's not meant to be eaten. The reason I like to use these is because, like I said, if I'm gonna do a cake in fondant, I'm not gonna eat it. So why waste the cake when I can just use this and like do the same technique? I think that because a lot of people were asking, they're like, why do you call it a cake when it's clearly not cake, like it's styrofoam? It doesn't matter whether I'm doing this and on this or on a cake. The technique is the same. So I like to use these, like I said, because I'm not going to eat the fondant. I don't want to waste the cake. So yeah, that's why I don't, or kind of to go back to why I do save the cakes. If I'm going to spend the time and the money on the fondant and the cake and I'm not going to eat it, I'm going to, like, you can use it as decoration pieces. Like, this will sit with all my Minecraft stuff for a little while until the cake goes bad. And then all I have to do is throw it away. But what's nice when I do them on the dummies, nothing's going to go bad. It's styrofoam. The only thing that the fondant will do is get hard. And so you just save it. And then when you want to use these, chip off the fondant and reuse it. So, that is in the case of the styrofoam dummies. Now, going back, I kind of mentioned something about a live stream. I was very impressed with how the Captain Sparkles cake turned out, except for the hand falling off in the middle of the night, which is very disappointing. But I mean, that's why you practice. You know, I didn't know I didn't know what was going to happen, so now I know. All right, I can't have that much Rice Krispie hanging off the end with the fondant on it, or the hand's going to fall off. So For those that maybe have not seen the progress reports that I did on that cake, the body's mainly Rice Krispies. I used PVC pipe to make kind of like a skeleton so that the cake had structure, because the cake itself is like 16 inches tall. The head is actual cake. And the point is, I mean, in the picture, he's just kind of like, hey, wait, it looks like he's winking, doing like a, hey, but really the intent was he was supposed to hold a bow, but then the hand fell off, so that didn't really work out. But I was very impressed with how that cake turned out. So part of me is like, that'd be kind of something cool to do as a live stream, just since it's a bigger cake that I haven't really done anything that big before. So I'd kind of like to live stream. My only issue is I don't know how to live stream. I barely know how to film videos. So if I do decide to do the live stream, it might be a while, because I mean, I have my GoPro, which is what I film all my videos on. But for me to be able to use it as a webcam, I need to get a capture card, which I don't have. And I know, you know, it's like, oh, just go out and get one. New apartment, expenses are tight. And like, so, I mean, if I do decide to do it, it'll be a little while, just because I'll need to get one, figure out how to use it, and then two, hope that I get the setup for it. If not, if I just decide to film it, that's a little bit easier, because I could temporarily set up a spot, roll it out, and or make the video, film it, edit it, get it up there. So that is kind of where I'm at. Like I said, I think the live stream would be kind of cool, because then if you guys have questions, I can, you know, kind of do a Q&A, a little bit more of a how-to type of thing, and you guys can actually maybe see it a little bit better, whereas my time lapse, they go really fast. I mean, that's the point. I don't want you guys to sit there and watch a video for 3 hours where I don't really say anything and I just do it like, but where, I mean, I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. If you want to see a live stream, I'll make it happen. But if no one's interested in it, then I guess I really won't do it. Like I said, if I don't need to get a capture card, then that's one expense I don't have to worry about. But like I said, if you're interested, let me know. And yeah, so that's pretty much it to kind of wrap it up. Sorry this one's kind of long. Sorry I was gone for 4 months. I'm really bad at this. I apologize. But like I said, looking forward to hopefully being able to film more, maybe do a live stream, and yeah. So thanks again, and I will see you next time. Bye.